Hello, I'm Nancy Windhart of nancywindhart.com, and I want to spend a few minutes today just talking with you about the animal communication professional training program that I offer. So I created this program several years ago now to address what I saw as a real need in the animal communication community. And that was a professional program that really supported people in developing the skills that they need if they wanted to practice animal communication on a professional basis. And by professional, I'm using that term very loosely to mean not just people who want to create a business in animal communication, but people who want to combine animal communication with other work that they may be doing with animals, whether it's professional or paid work or whether it's volunteer work, whatever that is, wanting to create a program, a professional training program in animal communication to really support people in developing the skills and the tools and the resources that I feel are most needed for people who want to be professional animal communicators. So I've had a lot of people ask me over the years of my own practice, and I've been working as a professional animal communicator now for, I think it's coming up on my 15th anniversary this year as I'm making this recording, what it takes to be a professional animal communicator, to really do this work in this particular kind of capacity. And I think there's kind of two pieces that I feel are really essential and that I have wanted and tried to incorporate into this training program. And the first is to develop really clear communication skills. And that seems like it might go without saying, but we want to develop skills that are very accurate, that are very reliably accurate, that provide, kind of detailed amount of information that really can be helpful for people and their animal companions. So that's the first thing. And it's the foundation of everything. We have to have really good animal communication skills, really good telepathic skills. And that is cultivated and developed through a lot of practice. I don't know any other way to do that. As you know, if you've listened to me at all, I believe very, very strongly that everybody has the ability to communicate telepathically with animals and all beings. To develop that capacity to a high level of accuracy and integrity and professionalism requires a lot of practice and a lot of time and a lot of personal development and a lot of kind of marinating in that space of listening and being in deep connection with animals and other than human species. So that's the first thing. Those skills have to be really strong and highly developed. And then the other, and I think equally important skill for people who want to do this work in some kind of professional capacity is to develop the ability and the skills to use the telepathic communication to really help people and their animal companions. And that requires a lot of skills that are in addition to the telepathic skills. So it requires interpersonal skills. It requires negotiation skills. It requires some skills that you might put in the category of counseling skills or family counseling skills, mediation, even though we're not licensed and trained counselors, unless of course we are, unless you bring that as part of your other training and background. But there's some basic skills of how we use this to be helpful for animals and their human companions that are really important. And then along with that goes, how do we use this as ethically as possible, with really honoring people's privacy, really honoring confidentiality, really holding a neutral space of being able to be not necessarily an advocate one way or the other, keeping our own opinions, keeping our own agendas, keeping our own preferences, all of that, letting those be set aside so that we can really be a clear translator and clear facilitator for both the animals and also for our human clients, because the reality of this profession is that we're working with both. We're not just working with the animals, we're working with people too. And in the best way of doing this work, that the way that I feel is really has the most potential to transform our relationships with animals in our human society. We work with both of those, with love and compassion and presence and kindness and understanding, to really help to support and facilitate deeper relationships with animals on our planet. And that leads to more understanding, more awareness, more kindness, more humane treatment, all of those goals that I know we all want. So if you're interested in this program, I invite you to look through the curriculum. You can see it here listed on the webpage, and look through the courses that are offered. For people who do the program kind of back-to-back sequentially, it's a minimum of a 2-year commitment. Many people take longer than that in their personal and professional development, and I really encourage that. People working at their own pace and going through the program at a speed and a timing that really works for them. But have a look at the curriculum, have a look at the courses. There are foundational courses that are required as a prerequisite for entrance into the professional training program. Those courses are what I call the level 1, 2, and 3. That is the beginning animal communication class, the deepening animal communication class, and the ethics and energetic boundaries class. Those are the foundational courses. And then once you've applied and been accepted to the professional training program, then you'll see the additional courses that are part of that professional training track. So I invite you to have a look. If you have questions, please send us an email. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And thank you for your interest in this work. Thank you for your interest in developing your ability to connect deeply and accurately with animals and their human companions.